Welcome to Prestige Worldwide, the podcast, a weekly battle of wits, debating everything from horseshoes to hand grenades, all for the privilege to be called right. And now, your hosts, Bobo and Travis.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Prestige Worldwide, the podcast. I'm Bobo, with me as always is Travis.
Hey, guys.
How we doing, buddy?
I'm good. How about you?
Living the dream.
Yeah.
Someone's dream.
All right. I'd like to meet that person one day.
Pathetic dream.
Like I said, I'd like to meet that person one day. Just dive into.
I don't think I would. I'd be too scared. That person's probably depraved.
Oh, I'm sure they are, but there's got to be reasons that this is their dream. So that's what I'd like to get into.
I don't know if I'd go there, but anyways, so summer is here.
Yes, it is.
Finally.
Yep.
God damn, is it hot out?
It's real fucking hot, and I don't know. Every time I go, I have a problem when people complain when it's cold out. Like, we all know it's going to be cold, so just get over it. However, right now I find myself kind of complaining about the heat. So, and I hate to be a hypocrite, but I think I am one right now.
I think you have crossed over that line into hypocritical territory, Travis. I'm sorry to tell you this.
I will say, though, I have never posted on social media about how much I hate the heat.
Okay, well, that's fair. I basically have stopped posting on social media, so I'll just stop right there.
Yeah, I do every once in a while.
I think we're going to look back on Facebook in the next 50 years as the worst thing that happened to a society in general.
Oh, I don't post on. I don't ever post on Facebook. It's actually Twitter that I usually post on, and because typically I'm mad at a company, so I'm trying to get their attention, and that's what I've used Twitter for. However, I've also come to the realization that I don't want to just use it for that, so I try to post intermittent happy stuff or something, just so it's not all negative against companies.
Okay.
Because I don't want to
You think they're going to profile you? They go to your history and they're like, oh, this guy's just a serial complainer?
Well, if they could be. If I'm trying to contact a company that doesn't really care about customer service, they may just look at my recent tweets and be like, well, fuck this guy. All he does is complain. That's what he uses Twitter for. So who cares? So I feel like my credibility would go down.
Oh, maybe. Definitely. I mean, probably.
Realistically, right now my Twitter is used for retweeting our tweets and then tweeting to companies that piss me off. So
okay, that's I've done that in the past as well. Tweeted at companies to hey, rectify your wrongs.
Sure, it works.
This whole episode's going to be about that, actually. So
well, let's get into that then.
Well, no. First, we have to.
Oh, yes.
I have two things to talk to you about, Travis.
Okay.
First one is to all the listeners of the show who are playing in the Fantasy Movie League with us.
We have another one.
In the great words of LeBron James, do better tomorrow.
Wait, what?
I beat you guys all this weekend.
What do you mean? Oh, did you? Oh, I didn't even. I didn't even.
Of
look.
Course, I did.
Don't say. Of course, I did.
I predicted it last week that I would beat the pants off you guys. And I gave you guys a head start, which is why I was generous enough to not play the first 2 weeks. And now I'm steamrolling you.
Well, shut the fuck up for 1 second. Because I quickly went to the page and quickly looked at it. And you beat... I came in third. I'll freely admit that. But you beat me by $4 million in a game that is... the winning, is registered by $100 million. So you beat me by a small margin, and then second place, which is Andy, by even smaller margin. So
all I heard was Bobo is winner.
Bobo is winner, and I hope you liked it because it's not going to last long. So
probably going to last the whole season.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well, that's cool.
Bold prediction. Bobo comes in first this weekend too. Up your game. We had someone else join the league.
Yes, we did
this week too. So our numbers are growing. So if you want to play Fantasy Movie League with Bobo and Travis and a bunch of random dudes from the internet, now is your chance.
I don't think. See, you worded it wrong. If you want to play, no, get the fuck out there and play with us, people. Like,
I wasn't aggressive enough. I'm sorry.
I don't understand what you're fucking waiting for. It's time to put up or shut up in your movie knowledge. Or
that's right. So, yeah, no, you're right. Or your whatever your prediction, if you're Nostradamus, you think you are.
Right. Yeah.
So go to fantasymovieleague.com and search for Prestige Worldwide, the podcast, and for the leagues. And the password is Travis Bobo.
That's it. So
all lowercase, one word, Travis Bobo.
Get it going, people.
Get it going, all right? Come play with us. We're going to have a good time. I'm going to beat you, but you might come in second or third. I don't know. Maybe there's a chance you might crack the top 3 if you're lucky.
Let's just put this out there right now. This season, because it has quote-unquote seasons, this season is just practice. Next season is where it really starts. This is where we're going to play a full, long season.
Okay.
But no, I mean,
everyone can dive in right now, and we'll get used to it. I'll give it to you. This is the exhibition. This is the preseason.
Yeah.
And then when the fall hits, that's when the big money gets laid on the table.
Sure. Yeah. That's where bragging rights become available. So what's the second thing? Let's move on to your second thing that you want to
you don't want to talk about my win anymore? Okay. So the second thing is I promised people that I would talk about Dennis Rodman a little bit more.
Jesus. Okay.
And I quickly lost interest in Dennis Rodman, like right after I said that.
Yeah, and I literally right before we recorded this, I listened to an interview with Dennis Rodman on Howard Stern. So what did you want to talk about Dennis Rodman for?
I just wanted people to have a head start to know about the actual historical significance of Dennis Rodman, because people don't seem to be treating him like the celebrity
ambassador,
basketball player turned political activist type individual that he's actually become.
Okay, and there is pretty good reason for that, but continue.
Well, so let's dig into what you think. Let's go first. What are the cons to that? Why don't you think he is what I think he is?
Because this just fell into his lap. He literally started this because he got paid to go play basketball in North Korea. That was. I mean, he thought the first trip was just a paid appearance. So
right.
It's not like he set out to do anything. After listening to this interview with him, I'm still not sure he understands what's going on.
Oh, I'm not so sure he does either. But just because he doesn't understand doesn't mean the significance is any less important.
Oh man, I don't want to say you're wrong, but, and I don't listen. He did get some. He apparently got something started, but it could have happened to anyone. I mean,
no, not anyone. You had to be a famous basketball player because Kim Jong loves basketball.
Okay, true. So,
and I think he wanted to meet a famous basketball player. So you got to be able to be good at basketball to be able to. So not anyone, but if you are maybe an ex-NBA player, then it could have been anybody.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Muggsy Bogues was busy. I don't know what like.
Is that the only other basketball player you thought of? That was the first name that came to mind.
Actually, the first basketball player that came to mind was Christian Leitner, but did he even play? Did he even play in the NBA?
Oh my God, yes. Christian Leitner?
Yeah. Did he? Okay, I don't know.
I mean, he was also. I think he's more well known for being one of the best college basketball players of all time.
Right. Yeah. So I didn't, but I didn't even know that he went to the NBA. That's how much I pay attention. But anyways.
Okay. Yeah, he played in the NBA for maybe at least 20 years. I mean, he had a very long career in the NBA.
Right. Yeah.
He was an all-star in the NBA, I believe. Yep, he was. He was an all-star at least 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was a good player in the NBA.
But anyways, I digress. I don't know. What do you... Why do you want to give Dennis Rodman so much credit?
Because the last time he went to North Korea in 2017, he wore a shirt that said Ambassador Rodman on it. So basically, he is an ambassador. He called himself one.
Is that it? That's what we need.
Yep.
So if I just make a T-shirt that says Ambassador Travis and travel to a country, I'm all of a sudden the ambassador?
Yep, that's how it works.
I will do that now. I am planning a next trip, so I'll include a T-shirt.
I will say, though, most people, and this might be due to his lack of understanding or awareness, most individuals would absolutely decline the chance to befriend a foreign dictator like he's done.
Right.
Maybe he doesn't understand what he does when he's doing it, because in his whole life, Dennis Rodman has been a social pariah. And I think he likes to live on that line.
I guess. I honestly, from the interview, I didn't get that sense. But he is very quick to forgive people for their wrongs, no matter how significant they may be. So, I don't know if that's... I don't know what that says about his personality. I don't know if that makes him a good person or bad person, if it's indifferent. But he legitimately doesn't care about the atrocities that Kim Jong-un perpetrated.
I'm not even sure he fully understands them.
I was actually going to get to that. I don't think so either, because he in this Howard Stern interview, he asked him about it, or about Kim Jong-un murdering his brother, and the where he poisoned him, and
right.
Dennis Rodman had no idea what he was talking about, or at least he faked like he had no idea what he was talking about.
And if Dennis Rodman is faking that, it's the best fakery ever, because he does not act like he knows what's going on half the time anyways.
Sure. He's not, he's, I don't know how to put this gently. He's not the sharpest tack in the drawer. But
no, he is not. But he did help get Kenneth Bay released from his imprisonment early as well. People don't remember that.
I didn't know that. And
oh, yes. So he's the one who tweeted at Kim Jong to release Kenneth Bay, and then Kenneth Bay got released like less than a year after that. And Kenneth Bay credits Rodman with getting his release from North Korea.
And that's good. Like, I don't want to... I don't know. I don't want to take away from what he did. It's just I'm not exactly sure what he did. Nor do I think that...
I'm not sure he knows what he did.
Right. And nor do I think it at this point, is it really significant? Like, maybe we talk about this in 5 years and we're like, oh, this is significant. North Korea is a completely different country. The death camps are or the labor camps are eradicated. Like, maybe we have that talk and we can credit Dennis Rodman a little bit. I don't know, but it's.
I don't know. I'm just curious because he did try to get Obama to call Kim.
Right.
If you forget.
No.
And I don't know if Kim ever did, or I don't know if Obama ever did that or not.
Oh, no, he didn't.
But he did not?
He did not. Now, in fact, I think the Obama administration was pretty pissed at Rodman for going over.
Oh, probably. Which is interesting now that... But do you think that if, let's say... Rodman never goes over there in 2013.
Okay.
Like this all never happens.
Yep.
Do you think that Trump still meets with Kim on the same date and time?
I don't know.
And right. I think the answer to that question I really think is I'm not sure either, which means that Rodman's definitely had some impact, I think.
Well, Rodman gave him Trump's book on right away.
Yes.
So, whether Kim Jong-un could read it or not, I'm not sure. He doesn't.
I think he does know English.
No, he does not.
He doesn't?
At least that's what Rodman said. He does. They spoke through translators. So, which is weird because the little fat fuck went to school in Switzerland.
That's what I thought. I thought he would know English because of that.
I would have thought so as well, but apparently, I don't know. Maybe he just didn't want people inside his country knowing he did. I don't know. Who knows what's going on there? But I don't know. I guess. Well, back to the Obama administration being pissed at Rodman for going over. Would you think Rodman would get something right like this? like I'm not going to put my faith in Dennis Rodman for much. So,
well, I will say he was on the right side of like gay marriage and like transgender things in America.
Sure. Right. But I don't think that, apparently.
In terms of social issues, though, he has been more right than wrong on those things in the past. Let's keep that in mind.
Sure. Okay. But I don't think this is necessarily a social issue. I think this is, and in this interview, we learned that Rodman, and this was told by one of Rodman's friends, he got up at like a dinner with Kim Jong-un and said, we know, I'm going to misquote this right now, so I apologize, but it was something to the effect that we know your grandfather and your father fucked things up in this country, and he did say that. He said, but there's hope for you now that you can turn this around, and I think you will. So,
wow.
Yeah, and he didn't get his head cut off. So, that's pretty good, I suppose.
That's a start. So, anyways, people should look into it because I think that why he might be the Mr. Bean of foreign policy in North Korea. I don't know of a single sports celebrity that has done more than him, which is my only point.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, you're right, but I don't know that there's a real high bar for that. But
I didn't say how high the bar is, Travis. I'm not saying he's not just merely walking over by lifting his foot an inch, but.
Oh, by the way, the other part of it that I just wanted to wrap this all thing up with Rodman is: did you see the tape of him taking the call from Sarah Huckabee Sanders?
No.
Okay, so she called him, and he had no idea who she was. Absolutely no idea. He's a Trump supporter, and had no idea who Sarah Huckabee Sanders is, who is the third most prominent member of the administration.
I'm not surprised at all he doesn't know who that is. Are you?
No, I mean, a little bit. But
it's Dennis Rodman. He's Mr. Bean.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. And the funny part about it is, the conversation, he keeps calling her honey. So I thought that was funny. But shall we move on?
We shall move on.
Okay.
To this week's episode, which I want to tell the story, and we'll see how much time we have left for that.
Okay. Tell your story.
Because the story will take a little bit. Now, we're going to have to, this is not, I will preface this for the fans listening, listeners, fans, whatever I want to call you people listening to this podcast.
Yes.
Masochists.
People with too much time on their hands.
Sadists. I'm going to talk about some things that are visual, and you're going to have to go to pwthepodcast.com afterwards to get the full effect of what I'm talking about.
Okay. Well, they can go to it while they're listening. Because
they can go right now,
yes.
Right, and get a head start. But I warn you, you don't want to look before you listen to the episode.
Okay.
It might spoil it.
Okay.
But you want to go and look at pwthepodcast.com on this week's episode. We're going to be posting some pictures and some links, and it's probably important you check those out to get the full effect of just how ridiculously I got scammed or attempted to be scammed on.
Okay.
The too long didn't read part of this story, though, Travis, is Prestige Worldwide, the podcast, now has $490 to spend on Fiverr.com.
Okay. That's, I guess,
so,
is that a good thing?
I'm donating the money to the podcast, by the way, because I don't know who else is going to use it. I'm certainly never going to use it.
Woohoo!
But the long part of the story is, so twice a year, Bobo holds, I hold a annual LAN party.
Okay, yes, that's true.
Called, and I have a bunch of friends. We started with this 2 years ago, who I play the game League of Legends with, which is a very popular game until Fortnite came along and ruined gaming for all other games in the world. But in the world before Fortnite, this game existed called League of Legends.
Okay.
And I have a team that we play with, and it started off with just the six of us getting together and playing League of Legends at my house over a weekend. And we're all from all over the country that we never met before in person until we decided to organize this event.
How long
we had such a good time.
Hold on. How long had you guys been playing before you actually met in person?
At least the whole team.
Sure.
At least a couple years.
Okay. All right. That's okay. So
At least 2 years.
That's kind of a nice little story.
I did know some of them before. Like I know a couple of them from before in person, before being on the team with them. But not all of them. But
the people that you would never met, it's been 3 or 4 years. Would you say?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yes. So we had this get together. The first one was just the team. It was 6 of us, and we had a great time. And we decided we should do it again in 6 months. So 6 months rolled around, and we decided we should invite some more people from the gaming community that we're all friends with, extended friends and stuff. And we held I think it was the 3rd or 4th one last summer that you came to. Or no, you came to the summer one and the fall one, didn't you, Travis?
I only came to the summer one. I think yes, I only came to the summer one. I missed the fall one. I was busy for some reason.
Okay, but you're going to come to the summer one this time, right?
I'd like to.
Yeah, but anyway, so it ends up being a group about 20 people, and we just get a bunch of computers together, push a bunch of tables together, and we play fucking video games for like 3 days straight, and board games and any other kind of games, and we do a lot of drinking, and it's a good time.
Yes,
and it's kind of grown organically, and we've had a good time with it. So now it's grown into people bring gifts with them for everybody else.
Oh. I didn't know. Okay.
Yes, you missed. I gave you the gift from last time, didn't I, Travis? I gave you the bottle opener that we made.
Nope.
Well, I got a bottle opener for you then.
I never got a gift, but okay.
So last time, I have them for you. We have some extras.
Okay,
so,
that's fine.
We have last year we made bottle openers for everybody, and we made custom coasters.
Oh, okay.
Drink coasters for everybody that have like custom graphics on them.
Okay.
So I got the great idea this year, Travis. I'm like, you know what? What can I do? Because you know how Bobo is.
Right.
How can I one up these fucking shitty gifts and make a fucking awesome gift for everybody?
Okay.
So I decided I wanted to make a poster to commemorate the upcoming land festival we're having.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? I want to go fucking big, Travis. I want to go bigger than big. I want it to be full movie poster size.
Okay. So
that people could frame it as a movie poster.
Okay. Did you? What would be awesome and kind of a dickhead move is if you would have framed it ahead of time, so people that were flying in had to carry it through the airport with them. But that's
I was gonna do that.
Okay. All right. But so
as a joke.
Did you have an idea of the direction that you wanted to go in with this poster?
So let's talk about that. So let's get into this a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm going to send you the first link to give you the inspiration for what I wanted to do.
Okay.
And when I send it to you, you're instantly going to know what I'm thinking, okay?
Okay.
Because it's pretty obvious from what I want to do. I'm going to send you this link here, Chaz. We'll post these pictures of the website. So for those of you who don't know, I wanted to do like an epic movie poster. So I wanted it to be like animated, but I wanted it to be hyper realistic, and I wanted it to incorporate like the faces, the likenesses of everybody that attends the land festival, so they could be part of this poster.
Okay. All right.
So what I sent to Travis, and I'm posting on the website, is a picture of the Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Right. Yes.
Poster from their movie that came in theaters like 10 years ago.
That's a pretty goddamn awesome picture.
I wanted it to be like that, only with all of our people from like the land festival in it.
Okay. So you had to provide
that general idea.
So you had to provide pictures of these people as well.
Yes. So let's get into that. Okay. So first, this is my idea. I wanted to do something like this, or if you want to do another example of like a poster that like looks kind of like this, that's more recognizable to people that aren't going to go to the website because they're lazy. Think of the old school '80s Star Wars posters.
Sure.
Okay. That has like the picture, like the faces of everybody in it. It's like an epic like battle or epic poses and things like that.
Yeah.
I'll send you this picture here too, Travis. But something like that. So like an epic conglomeration of all of our pictures together, and would have like a banner on it, like it would say like, Bronze Langic, Summer 18, whatever. Okay. So then I'm like, well, fuck.
Wait,
I need to find somebody.
What is this called? What's your
Bronze Langic?
Bronze Langic?
The name of our League of Legends team is Bronze Logic.
Okay. Okay, so
we call it Bronze Langic.
Okay, well, I think that's important for our listeners to know. So, okay.
It's important because Bronze is the lowest league in League of Legends for like competitive play, like your ranking.
Okay.
Bronze is the lowest. So bronze logic is basically saying that we do stupid shit.
And
we're not actually in bronze, but it's funny.
And accurate.
And accurate. So I was like, I need to find an artist that can do this fucking thing, okay?
Right.
And I want an epic poster, Travis. I'm not trying to half-ass this, all right?
Right.
So I'm like, I'm going to go out. I need to find a place I can hire like a really awesome artist to fucking recreate this vision for me in my head. So for those of you who don't know, Fiverr.com is a website where you can hire freelancers for almost any type of project, mostly like audio or visual or animation, things like that, music,
right,
to do design things for you. Be it a poster, a business card, a jingle for a song, for a commercial, all sorts of things.
Okay.
I went on there to look for an artist, a concept artist, to draw this poster for me.
Okay.
So, and people that go, I'm going to send you the link to this guy that I found, okay? I found a designer on Fiverr.
Okay.
And go ahead and, Travis, click on the link to the person I sent you. The guy's name's like his Winter Power or something like that. Okay. And go ahead and click through some of the pictures on his examples.
Wait, send it again because I didn't get it.
Say, go ahead and click through some of the pictures just on this guy's page.
Okay.
It shows you what he can do.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. This. Okay. So there's like a ship. Oh, there's like a cool little post-apocalyptic with a guy with a gun on his back. There's a pretty awesome, almost like Star Wars type poster where there's like
exactly.
Yeah. Like this guy seems kind of legit.
This guy seems like the real deal, right? Those artworks, they look great. This guy looks like he can fucking draw.
Yeah, right. He looks. He's been well. Yeah. Does it give you pause at all about that he's only been a member for? Well, I guess it's been over a year at this point. So okay. So this guy.
He's also got a 5-star rating out of 5 out of 39 reviews.
Right. Okay.
So he's got a lot of reviews, and he's got a perfect rate. Everyone loves this guy. So I was like, you know what? I talked to him online. I sent him some messages about what I'm thinking concept-wise. So I hired the guy to do my project, okay?
Okay.
Now, my project's pretty high quality. I told him, I have like 14 people I need you to render into this thing. I gave him all the posters I sent you, plus more. I gave him pictures of every single person.
Right.
So he could use their likeness in this poster. I gave him tons of direction. I gave him like 3 pages of notes, Travis.
Okay.
All right. And I told him I don't even need it soon. I hired this guy back in like March.
Okay.
So I was like, I don't even need it soon. You've got months to do this. So take your time. And we agreed on a budget of $500.
Okay.
To do this, which is for Fiverr is a lot of money. Most of the people on Fiverr are from overseas, so you can get pretty good quality work very cheap.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm looking at his rate right now. Like, yeah, I mean, it seems like 500 is a little above and beyond what he normally charges.
Yeah, it's high. I'm aware of that, but I paid for it because I wanted it to be bigger. I wanted it to be movie poster size and all this other nonsense.
Okay.
So, he sends me like a mock-up sketch kind of idea a couple days later, which
Okay.
I don't have a copy of, but it's not a big deal because it was just just to show placements and stuff, and it looks good. I'm like, yeah, that looks good, man. So let's get to work on the real thing. So he gets to work on it. He asked for two separate increases in time to finish it because he's saying it's taking more time because of the rendering's taking so long because there's a lot of people to render and all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, man, that's fine. I did it in plenty of notice.
Right.
To get it in plenty of time. Okay. So finally the day comes, Travis, last week. The due date comes. And he's like, I've got your fucking poster for you.
Okay.
And I am so fucking excited, Travis. It's been like, I don't know, 8 weeks of waiting for this goddamn poster, this epic movie poster that's going to be, it's going to blow everybody away when they see it. You know, I spent money on it. I've spent a lot of time trying to find the right person. I gave so much direction and detail and guidance. Like, I feel like I'm part of this too. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Go ahead, Travis, and look at the email I sent you, the attachment that I got back.
I'm looking at it right now. And wow. Okay. My first impression here is the watermarks are distracting from the entire thing. Like,
They are.
I get that you need the watermarks, but I can hardly understand what the fuck is going on here. And in fact, had you not told me that you guys were in this, I would never have known. So, plus,
right. That's the first problem.
Plus, it looks
among many.
This is goddamn awful.
Travis, I'm telling you, I've never been so. The emotions that went through my mind when I opened this up, the mix of disappointment, rage, frustration, I've never experienced in my life before.
Yeah, like, wow, it's really bad.
It's awful. My heart sank. I literally looked at it, and my first thought was like I got that pit in my stomach feeling. Where I was just like, oh, like fuck. Like I got kicked in the fucking stomach, and all the air went out of my lungs. Like
so, I just tried to. I just clicked on it so I could, or I just downloaded it so I could try to get a bigger view of this. What the fuck is with the baseball player?
Okay, so. This is the funny part about the baseball player. So let me explain to the listeners that are not going to look at this picture, but if you trust me, go to powthepodcast.com, and we'll post this on the Facebook link also. So you have every chance to see this picture you can.
Okay.
But I cannot put into words how awful this picture is. But what Travis is describing is there is a picture of a baseball player in it.
Right.
It doesn't look like it's animated, does it, Travis?
No, it looks... No.
It looks like he cut and pasted a picture of a baseball player off the internet, like just and copy and photoshopped it into this fucking disaster of an artwork.
And that's what he did, correct? Like that's not
that's
the picture.
What he did.
Okay, that's but what is a baseball player doing there? Like what is that?
I told the guy, I gave him a description of the voice of the podcast, Matt.
Right.
And as our friend Matt is a big fan of a certain baseball team.
Right.
And I told him that I would like him to be wearing a baseball hat.
Oh wait,
that was the direction I gave.
Is that me in the in like the Western, like the old time Western wear? Am I on this poster?
I think you're in here, so I assume that's you.
Oh wow, okay. Wow, this is dog shit.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So
right.
So you clearly
it's awful. It is not animated. Basically, what this guy did, people at home, is he took the pictures of the people I gave the likenesses of to render into this artwork. He cut their heads out of the pictures I gave him and posted them on random Photoshop bodies he got off the internet.
Right.
Slapped it on a background of like a rock formation, and charged me $500 for it.
Which to be honest with you, had he done a good job at that, it may not have been that bad. But none of these bodies connect in any way.
No.
And they, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. This so you get this piece of garbage, and I get this
piece of garbage.
You contact him.
I don't even contact him. I contact Fiverr customer support right away.
Okay.
Because my thought was, this is what the first thing that happens. It takes about 30 seconds for the disappointment to go away, and then old Bobo rage kicks in. And I instantly know what happened, is I've been scammed.
Do you really think you've been scammed?
There is no other way to describe waiting 8 weeks and taking $500 and getting this back and someone not trying to actively fuck you. Based on the pictures he had on his website, Travis. You saw what he was posting on his website.
Right.
There is no way an artist of that caliber could do this terrible of work and know it's not that bad. No way.
I have a different scenario or a different theory here. Because I'm not saying that your theory is wrong. I'm saying that he said, "Okay, I can do this," and you sent him like all these pictures. And when he actually sat down to do it, he goes, "Fuck, how am I ever gonna do this? Fuck it. I'll put something together." And
okay, that might be true. That's also the same as actively trying to scam me, though.
mean, I don't. Okay, maybe I'm just getting hung up on the word scam. Like, I don't think this guy does this to everyone. I think you just got fucked.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So,
I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway, so I email Fiverr customer support, and my first thing to them is, you dumb motherfuckers, like, you need to cancel my order right now. Like, I'm not paying for this.
Right.
It took me like 3 days, Travis, of talking to their customer support, varying levels of their customer support, to get them to refund my money.
Okay.
3 days, Travis, to open up this picture and be like, oh, yeah, you shouldn't have to pay for this.
Sure. Okay. Like,
that's bullshit. I still got my money back, kind of.
Minus $10? Is that what you?
Well, no. So I'll get to that in a minute. But
okay.
But what happened is, at one point they had me email the seller, and I'll tell you about the seller briefly because it's funny what he told me.
Okay.
They wanted me to try to work it out with him, and I said, work out what? Like, I want him to give my money back voluntarily? Sure. Fuck it. I'll try it. So I emailed the guy, and I said, this is awful. Like, do not have the ability to... Wait, let me tell you... Hang on a second. Let me tell you exactly what I told him, Travis, okay?
Sure.
I said, please cancel this order. I've reviewed the poster, and to be honest, I have never been more disappointed with a product in my entire life. You clearly do not have the technical skills offered in your services to complete this request, and certainly not for the expensive price I paid for what I thought was going to be a top-quality, elaborate work.
Insult the guy.
This is his reply, Travis.
Sure.
Sir, we've done our best to reach the final effect you wanted. We've bought custom assets, used the references you gave, and spent countless hours for the whole 2 months to achieve the current picture.
Who's this we? Has he got a mouse in his pocket?
Don't know. Right, I don't know what this we stuff is.
All right.
Travis, custom assets. This guy just told me he bought custom assets.
He bought the font. That's exactly what that means.
No, you don't have to buy the font. It's free.
I bet you he bought the font.
Well, he didn't. It's a lie. Because let me tell you what else he told me he did, Travis.
Okay.
He sketched and composed it in Photoshop. He utilized DAZ 3D custom assets. So those are the assets he's talking about. To create the 3D baseline, he used Photoshop and DAZ 3D modeling to place the very specific clothing on the models in the picture, used ZBrush and Photoshop to place the faces and rework them in the necessary direction, and every asset in the background is bought from QBrush or Photobash.
Okay.
So he doesn't mean he bought the font. He means that he bought all these pictures, Travis, that he literally cut and pasted off Google Images.
Right. Well, yes.
No, he's trying to scam me. Based on that answer, I'm 100% positive he tried to scam me.
Well, listen, he may have purchased these photos like that. Okay, so he purchased the photos. I still don't understand why, like, you wanted illustrated. You didn't want realism, correct?
Right, correct.
And so how did he not address that?
I don't know.
Okay, because sure, had you said I want pictures of people's faces on realistic bodies, well, you kind of got what you asked for. Not very well done, but you got it. But this is not even close to what you wanted.
Not at all.
All right.
It's awful. This is one of the worst things I've ever seen.
If you're not looking at this picture on our website right now, you're missing out. I'm just telling you.
It is fucking for $500, Travis.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make it clickable so it'll blow it up a little bit too, hopefully. So yeah.
Jesus Christ, this thing is what a bunch of dog shit. Anyways, I just thought I would share my experience. So the end result is I got my money refunded. So the problem with Fiverr though is that my money is now in Fiverr. It gets refunded to your Fiverr account,
and you can't get that. You can't get that money at all.
I cannot.
Huh? Did you call?
So Fiverr has me by the balls because now I have $500 in Fiverr that I can't spend. I spent $10 of it on something else.
Okay.
So PW the podcast has $490 left for which to use for Fiverr transactions.
All right. Well,
so if you got any ideas, please call in 747 banging or, email us or message us, wherever you want to do. PW the Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that bullshit. And let me know what I should do with this money. Give me some ideas.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to go back to this guy, right? Because, I mean, his work is impeccable.
His work is impeccable. And he buys all these custom assets himself.
So I have. So did you contact Fiverr to see why you can't get your money back?
That's their terms of service, which is why these third-party fucking resellers are bullshit, Travis. Because the terms are the money gets refunded to your Fiverr account.
I've never heard of a company doing that before.
Well, welcome to the new normal.
That's crazy. Okay, well, that's Bobo got fucked. So
yes,
I hope.
I'm kind of pissed at Fiverr for doing that because now my money's in Fiverr and I have to use it on Fiverr, which is kind of bullshit. They kind of have me by the balls. I'm not happy about that.
You should see how much it would take him to design a picture of like a nice classy dinner. That way you can say at least he bought you dinner while he was fucking
me.
Yeah.
And I should do two pictures, one of dinner, one of breakfast the next morning. He owes me breakfast too.
He certainly does. So, all right,
Jesus Christ,
we're gonna move on to end times because we have something else we want to talk about tonight, whenever you're fucking listening.
Tonight, whenever you want to talk about it.
Right. Well, whenever you're listening, I don't know.
Speaking of getting fucked,
right? Yeah. Okay. So, speaking of getting fucked. So I'm sure I don't know if people heard the news because it took me a day or two to hear about this, but our latest Me Too person, it happens to be Chris Hardwick. If you don't know him, he's of fame from The Talking Dead, from NBC's The Wall. He had a new show on AMC called Just Talk, I think it is. With
people know him from the Nerdist podcast.
Nerdist podcast. Although I didn't realize this, he sold that, and according to the company, has nothing to do with them anymore. So,
really,
I'll get to that in a second. So what happened was, an ex-girlfriend of his posted a story about an abusive relationship she was in, and gave all kinds of details on it. And I read through some of it. I'll be very honest. I didn't read through all of this because, I pulled up the article right before we went on air. But she posted a bunch of details. Never mentioned his name in this article, from what I understand. However,
she did not.
With all the details, it was people worked it out, and it was Chris Hardwick, and he actually even made a comment. He made a statement about this already. But what I want to talk about, or what I find, I don't know, interesting, maybe maddening, maybe fucked up about this is all of these allegations, because that's what they are, have led to problems in Chris Hardwick's career at this very moment, when there was no due process or even any investigation to it. So I want to get your opinion of this, Bobo, because I know kind of how you feel, but it's always good to get to see your level of, I don't know, upset on these.
Well, according to TMZ, this is the part that's the most fucked up. Is she reached out to him 7 months later, trying to get back together with him.
Okay, well, I don't think that's I honestly don't think that's even relevant because, listen, let's take this at face value. If she was in an abusive relationship, there's a lot of people that try to go back to abusive relationships. So if I don't think that harms her credibility or I don't think it moves the needle with her credibility. But what I have a problem with right now is her allegations have led to Chris Hardwick losing or postponing some of his career moves. I mean, his show
not postponing, losing. They're gone. They'll never come back.
No, that's not true. Not yet. I will say that I'm happy with some of these companies because they have not outright removed him from anything. NBC has said they're revisiting or reviewing his role as the host, and his talk show on AMC, the release date has been postponed. So it was supposed to air, and it has been postponed upon further investigation. But like, you know, I don't know. You know, even though like but back to the whole Nerdist thing, they have scrubbed his name from the entire website.
Yes, they have.
So he, you know, he's no. You know, I would say that's probably a pretty big legacy of his, and he's no longer associated with that as far as they're concerned. And honestly, they even put out like a statement, I think, about, you know, please don't boycott us or whatever because he has no involvement anymore. Like, don't take it out on us because of these allegations. And so, I mean, we've kind of talked about this on the podcast before. It's a little bit of a problem. It's
not a little bit of a problem. What if this stuff is not true?
Well, hopefully, if it's not true, nothing right now has been done that can't be undone. You know, he wasn't fired from anything so far, but
I wouldn't say nothing can be undone. That's not fair to say.
Sure.
Like, stigma lasts, even if you don't. Like, there are a lot of people out there that will believe this is true now, even if something comes out that can prove it false later.
Right. Yeah.
There's no way you can prove this false unless she retracts it totally.
Yeah. I know.
And obviously, she's not going to do that because if she retracts it totally, she's going to prison.
Well, why would she go to prison?
You can't say things like that and then take it back because that's called libel.
She never mentioned him.
Doesn't matter. If you insinuate to someone's name close enough they can figure out who it is, it's still libel.
Right.
The name not being in it doesn't matter.
She feels one way. She's not going to retract it because she feels one way. And
exactly. But even if she didn't, she's not going to risk going to prison over it.
Well, let's
like
be
no one would.
But she feels like this is what happened. Okay, and I don't want to. This is not a victim shaming segment. This is. I'm unhappy with the immediate consequences that happen because she puts this out there.
I'm not saying it's true or not. I don't necessarily know.
Right.
And I don't necessarily care because it doesn't, at this point, the damage is done until something else, like, there's no way to vet this.
Right.
Like, what's AMC going to do? Call up Chloe, the Chloe or whatever, and ask if it's true or not? Like, there's no way to vet this ever. Postponed is whatever, but it's really over. You can't prove it.
Well, I mean, I guess they can. I don't know. I don't know what. Well, we'll see because who knows? Maybe they will investigate this and they will stand by Chris Hardwick. I don't know that that's true. I don't know that that's not true. But you know, I think at this point, like, we've got to reserve our vitriol for at least in this scenario. I'm not saying for all people, you know, but in this scenario, because on this show we take things on a case by case basis. We don't do generalization, except we do.
Right.
But
we do all the time.
All the time. But you know, I don't know. Like I think it's I'm uncomfortable with the fact that we're jumping all over it all of a sudden, and that he is. I mean, he did lose his. He was supposed to be at Comic-Con this year, which is happening next month, and
right.
He's already been canceled for that. Like, that's out. That he's done at that one. Which that was probably some pretty good money there. So that's kind of a, I don't know. That's a big deal for me too. That didn't no pun intended there.
I just, what do you do about this? Like, there's no, like, how do you stop these things from happening though, and having them play out in a respectful process to both sides?
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know that.
That's the problem. It's like I do not know the answer to this. Like, I'm pretty upset that this happened, not because it's fair or not. Like, if it's true, then I hope it happens to him, and worse. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
If it's false, I don't know how to make it right ever. So what do you do about it? I have no idea. I have so many emotions about all those sides of that it's very frustrating.
Do you want to go into the rules that she stated that were in the relationship?
No, I read about them a little bit. People want to read about it. They're all out on the internet.
Yeah.
It's just the issue. I think the bigger issue is how do you police these things?
I'll be honest with you. These rules, while they are worded harshly, are not that outrageous for somebody that's in the public eye.
I mean, I read them. I don't, other than the part about what she calls sexual assault. But,
No. I'm talking about the 5 rules. The five
okay.
rules that she stated that they have. That no, they were not supposed to speak in public places because he believed that
He's
people
a
would be
public
listening.
figure.
Yeah, I don't. Now, not having close male friends, that's a little crazy. But I who knows? Like I said, I don't know. This is all from one point of view. But yeah, you're right. Let's not even get into these rules because I don't want to debate.
Well, we have. Well, here's the thing, though. We have the other point of view. Chris Hardwick has come out and denied it.
Sure, but I'm
So
sure
we have both sides.
But in these words or in these rules, there is some sort of truth, I believe, and I don't. We're getting her side of the truth, and he's denied all this, but there still is his side of the truth. So I just don't know what that is and where truth actually lies, if that makes sense at all. And if it doesn't, that's fine too. But I don't know. I'm just, this is, it's kind of it's a bummer because you can really say anything you want about anybody and it can have grave consequences. And I don't necessarily think it should at the get-go. Now, if
Right, and but I just don't know how you man, I don't know. This really, there is no way to prove this. I'm sure, you can do whatever investigating you want. If she doesn't go to the police and there's no crime reported, no one's going to investigate other than TMZ.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
And do you want TMZ being the police? That's the only real authority we're going to have out there is TMZ out there fucking deciding what's true or not. That's the option right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awful.
It is awful.
Fucking Huffington Post is out there reporting the truth apparently on this. That's it. You know what I mean? Those are our options.
Yeah. I do. I did find it kind of funny, and I hate to make. Well, I don't hate to make light of this, but I will try. I will try to make light where I can and where I feel like it's appropriate. But this article that she posted was on Medium.com. And under the byline, it says, trigger warning. And are you fucking kidding me? Are we doing trigger warnings now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the thing.
Oh, my God. All right. Well, listen, I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, and I'm not saying I'm not on this one, but God damn it, we don't need trigger warnings. People can be offended. That's okay.
Not on Medium.com, it's not.
Okay, sure.
I'll be honest. Well, no. Do you hold them responsible for posting this?
No, I don't.
You think it's okay for them to post this?
No, I don't.
What I'm trying to say.
Right. No, I understand that. Do I think? Yeah, I mean, do I think this is responsible of them? No, I don't. But if they don't post it, somebody else is going to. So
that doesn't make it okay.
It doesn't make it okay, but does it not make it financially okay?
Okay, well, if we're only doing the almighty dollar thing here, then we got some other.
No, I know that doesn't. I know that's not all that goes into it, but I mean, at the end of the day, this website is business. Do they want to lose whatever? I don't know. And I'm sure that they don't even look at it that way. They look at it as somebody came to them and wanted to write their story. And how do you deny somebody writing their story? Is it
probably true? Probably true. Although they'll definitely know what's going to happen. You write a story like that, they know what the outrage is going to be. So they have to be prepared for the fallout. And if you're not, then you don't know your company well enough, and that's on you. But they don't have any. No one cares if Medium did it or not. They get no culpability if this story is not true. They probably didn't vet it because it's an op-ed.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah.
So if it's not ends up being not true, do they get any of the blame?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But again, I don't think they have to worry about that because you cannot prove that this is untrue. But you can take other sides of the story and believe what you want to believe. That's where this one's gonna be at, I think. But should we call this episode trigger warning? The episode.
I was gonna say that.
That is the name of this episode.
Trigger warning the episode.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I think that should be the poll for this week too. Should Medium have posted this story?
Okay.
Because, I'll be honest, Travis. If I'm an editor of a website like the Huffington Post or Medium or Salon or one of those opinion quasi news websites,
sure,
and you come to me with this story, I take one look at what happened to Gawker and I say no way.
Yeah, maybe, but also you can look at it. You can look at it the opposite. You take one look at this story, and this does sound awful. So how do we not post something that it could be a warning to other people and maybe help people that are also in abusive relationships?
I would have said post it in your own blog,
and we'll retweet it or whatever.
No, I'm telling you, if she'd post this on her own website, her own blog, it gets picked up the same amount. Doesn't matter. You can't write a story about Chris Hardwick like that and not have it have visibility in 30 seconds.
But I don't know. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but do the stockholders of Medium.com, if there are, or the president of Medium.com, do they not get pissed at the managing editor for saying?
No, that's a great question because they're balancing the terms of a corporation's only goal is to maximize shareholder value.
Right.
You have one goal. Does this story posting it on your website enhance that or not in the long run?
Sure. And I don't want to get into that. So
I don't either.
Yep.
I don't either because it's a whole big discussion about trade-offs if something happens later down the road, but that's not what they were thinking. I don't know. This whole situation, it's going to get worse from here on out. These things are going to happen.
Well, hopefully not. It might get worse, but it's going to get better. Hopefully these stories stop happening because this bullshit stops happening.
You're assuming that all these stories are true. 100% of them.
No, I'm not assuming that these stories are true. What I'm hoping is happening is that people read this stuff and say, I don't want that shit in my life. So if they get a bad girlfriend or boyfriend and they are in an abusive relationship, they read this story and go, you know what? I'm not falling down this path, whether it's true or untrue. I'm not doing that. So I'm not putting up with their bullshit.
I have so many issues with what you just said, but
what? That they can't take a cautionary story and apply it to their life?
They can do that. I don't like using it at the expense of somebody, though. That's not good because you can ruin a person's life on a story that could not be true, which is a problem of mine.
100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that. I don't think it should come to the expense of others as well. What I'm saying is,
but the point is, stories like this with famous people that get out in the press, it will always be at the expense of somebody. That's the problem.
Yeah.
One side here has lost. Either she's been sexually abused or whatever, and she's lost, or she's a sour grapes ex-girlfriend and has ruined his career and he's lost.
Yep. Well,
really, that's the only way to look at it. One of these things is true. They're two. He's completely denied it, so there's no middle ground here. One of these things is true.
Well, there is a middle ground. There's a shade of gray there. There is
sexual abuse is sexual abuse. If there's a shade of gray and it goes anywhere to the side of sexual abuse, I don't care then.
I'm sorry.
You lose everything.
You're absolutely right. With the sexual abuse, I'm talking more of the mental and the mental abuse of this. Mental abuse can be, I don't know, taken and
I see. Shades of gray. I see what you're saying.
Yes, you're right. With sexual assault,
50 Shades of them.
With sexual assault, there is no gray. You're just an asshole. So
The number is 747 banging.
That's 747-226-4464. Call us.
Yeah, go ahead and call us, email us.
Let us know what we should spend our Fiverr money on. Call us and let us know should Medium have posted the story that we just talked about. Call us.
Yeah, that'll be the poll for this week. We'll talk about that.
Call us because you can't remember the Fantasy Movie League password, and you need us to
Travis Bobo.
You need us to text it back to you because you just need that in your life. We will do that. We're here for you.
We are here for you 24/7, 365, even on Sundays, motherfuckers.
And honestly, if you haven't gone to pwthepodcast.com yet, you have missed out on the visual aids that have gone along with Bobo's story, and it probably was not as good as it could have been. That's all I'm saying.
Trust me, you want to go to the website and you want to see these stories. We'll try to post them on the Facebook post and stuff too so everyone can see them, though. We'll give them maximum visibility. We'll post them on Instagram and shit, too.
I promise to do that if Bobo remembers. And
I already sent it to you.
That's probably... Yeah, well, listen, I understand, but okay, we will work this out so it happens. I bet you there's about a 50-50 chance whether that actually happens. But, so just go to
this story is too important. 100%.
Go to pwthepodcast.com and just look at them so you'll see it all. Well, we'll post them on our social medias.
We'll do it everywhere.
Sure.
We're going to spam you with this fucking picture. It's going to be all over by the weekend. It's going to go viral. This fucking shitty-ass picture I had to pay money for.
I hope so. Anyways.
Fuck you, Fiverr.
And you got anything else there, Bobo? We're running a little late.
No, I'm out.
All right. So, from Bobo, from me, we thank you for listening, and we'll see you next Thursday.
I'm rich, bitch.